sister cousins, welcome to my channel. I'm Lady C and I'm here to see if the juice is worth the squeeze. Like and subscribe if you're new and run it down in the comments. Let me know it's real. Now, dear beloved, we are gathered here today to talk about Miss Jasmine Brown and Cam Newton. Let's talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So, girl, I really don't plan on holding on too long, girl.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Happy belated Mother's Day to all of the moms out there. Future moms, all the moms. All the moms, okay?
Look at the screen.
That's mine.
And that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm going to stick beside him.
Something came across my attention and I just wanted to speak on that particular thing because I'm not going to say triggered.
Goddamn son of a bitch.
Disturbed. It's really none of my business, okay? But it's out there for us to consume, so therefore we get to speak on it, right? Okay, good. So, girl, Miss Jasmine Brown, right? I'm not sure if she became popular through the Vine days, but I want to say I recall her as far back as at least 2014, 2015, okay? So she goes way back. And she's been a quirky, funny, really beautiful woman from Florida, I believe she is. And so her platform, from my perspective, has always been centered around comedy and a little bit of realness also mixed in. So, okay, she would do Toya something where she would act real like hood.
I'm trying to fuck me a poetic nigga. What's up?
She would give us a lot of, hood, funny little skits and stuff like that. And it was cute. She would always kind of give a nice mixture of content.
Imagine if women could trade body parts. They be calling each other like, bitch, I'm going to the pool tomorrow. I need your abs. You need my abs? Yes, bitch, I got a 2-piece on. And I need your ass too, because I'm going to see Bay after. I imagine how the hoes talk to their friend. Bitch, I met a new nigga. I need your pussy. Again, bitch? I'll bring it back. Shit. And I'll shave it for you. Okay, fine. Come get it.
I really wasn't too much of a fan of the Toya. I think that was the name, girl. Don't get me wrong, girl. It could have been Tanya. I don't know. But I really wasn't a fan of that type of comedy, but I really liked her other commentary and things that she would say. And so some of the things that she would always push out there was to always value yourself as a woman. It was so refreshing to see someone close to my age. I'm a little older than her, but someone who really does not center, get out here, worry about what a man can do for you. She really pushed, do a lot for yourself, to be independent. And it's not like to bash men per se, even though a lot of men like to take it that way. A woman's independence is just that. You should always have a certain level of independence. If you are an able-bodied person, you should be able to get out here, make your own money, make your own way for yourself, and you should not have to rely on your parents, your in some cases your children, a partner, because anything can happen. If something does happen, you want to make sure that you are able to take good care of yourself. And so for me, that is always a good message to push out there to other women and younger women behind you, right? And so in the recent years, maybe in the last, I don't know, maybe 4 years, let's just say that, right? She began to date Cam Newton. Cam Newton, I'm not like a big sports, especially, okay, so I like sports. I like basketball and I like baseball, but I'm not like a huge fanatic to either space, right? And I definitely do not care for football like that, so whatever. But I have only known of Cam by his presence and how he shows up in his dating life, who he's dating, and the drama that's circulated around him with that. That was my introduction to Cam Newton as a person. And I always had a sneaky suspicion that he probably, and this is just me speculating, but it gave, hold on, girl, because I ain't even got no, girl, it's these dry lips, girl, what? Okay, so that was my introduction to Cam Newton, and he was I was under the sneaky suspicion that, okay, maybe it was all good as long as she was single, but maybe she might have started dating people and you no longer had access to her body anymore. Or even if you guys stopped having physical interactions with each other, perhaps he just felt like, well, let that nigga get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what it gave for me, okay? And so that rubbed me the wrong way. And so then some years forward, when Jasmine connects with Cam, and also he has all these children and has also cheated on said baby mom and had outside children, okay? So he's already, in my mind, a train wreck when it comes to dating, all right? And Jasmine has always positioned herself to be like a pillar for independence, and just, I don't know, like it just seems like she has always had a good head on her shoulders, right? And so now they're dating, and I said, oh, okay. And she's a beautiful girl, so I understand his attraction to her. She's a beautiful girl. She's made a way for herself, cut a path out for herself. You know, now she's making money, she's doing her comedy thing, and she doesn't have children. That was a big thing for me. And so I'm like, okay, she got a good head on her shoulder. She doesn't have any kids. Like, she's just really, really, like, not necessarily being a good example, but just like she's inspiring for a lot of people, even people with kids. Like, you know, never settle. All of those messages she used to push out there on her platform, right? So she gets with Cam. Everybody, myself included, was just, well, I was thinking it, people were saying it.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Like one of my faves always says, girl, his Yelp reviews are already out there. And with that being said, Cam Newton just did not seem like the proper candidate. Not just because of only his Yelp reviews, but also what we see. And I tell you, a lot of times the internet is not wrong. Okay, so when we would see them out, it always gave Jasmine love that man down.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And he is like, okay, she's cool. Everyone can see that there's like an imbalance there. He doesn't put her on a pedestal like she does for him. And so we're all like, okay, girl, like, it's cool and everything, but don't go too far with this. And then she ends up getting pregnant.
Goddamn son of a bitch!
She waited until she got towards the end to really, like, reveal that she's having a baby. Because, and I feel like when people do that, it's not just because, oh, I just want to make sure everything's a go for the pregnancy. I believe she does that or has done that because of the fact that who you're connected to, you know he has a bad reputation for his shenanigans, especially pertaining to women he has children with.
I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now,
By multiple women? What's the intent
I
of
just
this
want
and
God
about
to
your
bring
wife?
him. I just want God to bring him.
On this journey to 1,000 subscribers, I just want to say this episode is sponsored by you. Thank you so much for your support and helping me along this journey. Your support keeps me encouraged. It keeps me going. It keeps me wanting to make more content. Hopefully you like what you see. So if you like what you see, girl, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, girl. I won't bite, okay? All right, now let's get back to the show. Then she has this viral clip of her show othering herself amongst the rest of us women who are speaking down on her relationship.
I'm the third one, and this is his 6th child. Someone said, ooh. Right, couldn't have been me. All right, until a rich nigga put that pressure on you. I could never be with nobody. Okay, until $100 million nigga start putting the pressure on you, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Talking about what you'll never be. Bitch, you ain't never had. Oh, you better than me? I am.
she's above you. And y'all are out here letting, brokies, knock you up. Just because a person has the finance does not necessarily qualify them as great suitors for you or good people to procreate with. But then she gets to the posturing. She turns it up several notches because now Cam has his own podcast. He's going around to different platforms. He's speaking on their situation, and it's very embarrassing. So what does Jasmine do? She gets her sleep deprived, tired, and worn out from being a new mom to carry herself on down to the internet so she can check all of us.
It really brings me joy to serve. I love being a servant. I love to serve. It just brings me joy. I love it. I love serving. I love it. I love it. I don't give a damn. I'll be up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, cooking breakfast, serving. I just love that. I love it.
She also, before, when they were just dating, she completely erased her aesthetic of I'm an independent woman to now I'm this demure, I'm a submissive person, I'm just this way in my relationships. I pack his bag and unpack his bag.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything. Like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And I pretty much read his mind.
So you go from one aesthetic.
This message is for all the pick-me's. Pick-me's are women who try to do everything right just so a man can choose me. Yeah, cut that shit out. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. Men already know what they want in a woman and who they want. But if you're so nurturing and you're an asset and it's not you, they'll never tell you to stop doing what you're doing because it's beneficial. And I don't want to hear none of that shit like, oh, I'm just a nice person. I'm genuinely like that. Well, bitch, you gonna genuinely get played. No, it's just that I'm just naturally like that. Like the shit I do for him is natural. And your natural ass is gonna get played. If you are making a man's life easier, i.e. cooking, cleaning, providing pussy whenever he wants, and he's giving you the minimum, he's never going to do more. And he's never gonna tell you to stop because it's beneficial to him. History in niggerdom ever has a man been like, oh, stop doing all this stuff. Stop making my life easier. I don't look at you like that. Hell no, they gonna kick their motherfucking feet up and enjoy these perks without doing no work.
To now this.
So it's like if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled.
And it feels like you're trying to convince us and yourself that I'm good for you. So, and I'm better than y'all. So that's why he chose me. And I'm better than what I used to be, which is also why he stays with me.
I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining, but my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you.
And he chose me, girl. He chose me, okay? So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and, do some things that I wouldn't usually do for everybody else, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for him.
I love to see him eating the meal that I cooked. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep.
Of course, I'm going to go ahead and bend myself up into the tightest pretzel I can because this person I value so much that he has changed my life. And then she carries her tail right up to that daggone phone and presses record and says, I love to serve. Girl, what? Girl, what? You don't like to serve? Girl. And she's over here banging on her chest, letting us know just how much of a great asset she is because she can make tacos with 3 different types of meats, okay? And 2 types of shells, girl. And she can shred her lettuce as thin as spaghetti, girl, because that's how she likes it.
We got the quesadillas, the yellow rice, the pico, the chalupas are made to order, the special tacos are made to order. Everything else here is done. Chopped up the lettuce real thin like I like it.
This man is out here on different platforms embarrassing all of us for you, okay? You running down trying to windmill in the comments and windmill on your platform to try to convince us that this is a great relationship and that we don't understand and that we, you happy, that's all that matters. And honestly speaking, that is all that matters. But why the posturing? Because you fooled around and let your slip show when you headed over down to that podcast, or was it a retreat? Girl, it don't matter. You was on somebody else's platform telling us the absolute truth.
Because for me, it's like, I do so much. I was looking for somebody to check on me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a word.
I said, because I'm going to say it like this. Postpartum is not talked about enough, and we don't support each other enough in that. And it is hard. It is hard, and it is dark. It is very dark. And you know, it's dark. So sometimes, just because I might look nice and pretty on the outside doesn't mean that I don't have internal damage going on the inside. Because I woke up, I cooked for everybody, I fed everybody, and I realized it's 4 o'clock, I didn't eat a thing.
I love it. I don't give a damn. I'll be up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, cooking breakfast, serving. I just love that. I love it.
And nobody even asked me if I ate a thing. Baby on the titty all day, she good, she chunky and fed, and here I am, starving, malnourished, losing my ass.
Women like her, they have all of this mouth, but they also want to be in community with you. So they want to feel like they're more, like they're better than you, but they also want to feel like they're in touch with you, like you guys are the same. So they want to other themselves and also equal themselves to you. So, okay, I'm in a group of women. I need to put on this Me Too type of thing where it's like, oh, I had postpartum too, and I'm just like you guys. I go through things too. And so for me as a viewer, I'm like, okay, is it that? And both can be true at the same time. Is it that, yes, you want to be in community with us because you actually are being worn thin?
I'm fighting for my life.
You are actually out here letting us know, oh, well, the mommy aesthetic, I want you to know how hard it is. But when it comes to the relationship, you are still in that headspace where it's like, no, but I love it here. I love this. This is who I was born to be. This is my twin flame. Here's the thing. If you were to just come out and say, you know what, girl, I don't want to get married, but I wanted some children. And so, girl, all y'all out there talking about he didn't marry me, it don't matter because I don't want to be married. I can totally understand your logic. That's what he's out here saying.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Do you see yourself marrying her?
To your point,
Yeah.
marriage
Yes.
is not the ultimate goal for me.
Yeah.
You know what? He's not wrong. Because people love to equate love and marriage, and that's your prerogative. But love and marriage are not synonymous. It is indeed a business, okay? It's like getting a tattoo, right? You get your tattoo, it's nice. It looks beautiful, okay? But let's just say you got it when you were 18 to 21 years old. Well, now you're 35 and, maybe you don't want said tattoo. Maybe it doesn't represent the person you are and you no longer connect yourself to that, what you had at one point. So now you want to get the removal. Well, it's always easier to get inked up, but it's always going to be harder to remove said ink. You have to go through many sessions of the removal for you to achieve the look that you're trying to achieve. Now, some people just cover it up, right? But for the ones that just want to completely erase it, it's hard. And then there's always that little tinge of remember what was there, okay? So I say that to say that is the same thing as marriage. If it's not going to make business sense, you probably should think about deciding to get married, all right? If it's not Do not let love be the only driving force to want to commit yourself to that, because there is no, oh, if you don't renew your license, it will lapse and then you'll just be out of the marriage. No, you have to go through so much, and both parties go through a lot to untie themselves in the marriage, okay? So Cam is not wrong for not wanting to get married. But what he is wrong for is how he took, and he told y'all, I can get a woman to do anything I wanted to do.
I can take anybody and transform them into who I want them to be.
Really? You gonna let that slide?
He doesn't see her as, oh, I dated these women over here, but nobody compares to what I got. No. She's just one of many. One of many relationships, one of many baby mamas at this point. And I just find it strange. First of all, not even strange. I find it, you know what? Everybody has the right to feel how they feel. It's just you sitting there quietly.
And what are they getting in return? What are they getting in return? She's a talented ass woman, and Sarah's a smart ass woman, and you got them looking dumb on TV.
Wow, this person is literally going out of their way to undermine what you fight so hard to push out there to us, for us to consume. And then yesterday, for you to do once again, announce your pregnancy.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know exactly why you keep it on the surface in your relationship as a whole. It's not because, oh, I'm just so private, I just don't want to, I just, you know, I'm just like, no. Because if that was the case, you would never have to say anything to us about anything when it comes to your own personal business. No, you want us to know. But the thing is, we're pushing back. So now you have to rebel, and that's how you choose to show up.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
In defense. You're always in a space where you have to defend yourself. And you should never feel that way. If you are so 10 toes down about your partner, girl, it should always be that way. But you can't. You can't give up that kind of energy. And so, you know, I'm not necessarily going to say, like, I'm just so disappointed, you know. But I am, it is disturbing, you know. It's disturbing. And I don't believe that we will know until we know when it's over with. And I don't even like to be the person that's like, girl, it's going to end. And she's one of those people that she's stubborn enough that she will try her hardest to hold it together until he decides he wants to move on. Because she's not going to do it. Because it will be too much egg on her face to actually admit, dang, I picked the wrong person. Kind of like how Tiana Taylor showed up, you know, with Iman. It was like, oh, not too much on my bestie. Even though he was leaking things to the press, even though he had his women, you know, showing that he's moving on or dealing with them, like, he wanted to make it seem like, okay, yeah, I'm no longer with this person, and this is how he chose to go about it. But you were so embarrassed at, damn, I fooled around and picked the wrong dude too. That's what it all is. You just won't admit it. So you would rather pose and posture and, you know, signal to everybody that, oh, no, that's my best friend. So much so that your best friend wants to see you locked up because of some alleged leaks to the press, or you said too much, or you did something that was against the decree. He doesn't care about you. Not in the way that you call yourself caring about him. And it's the same thing with Jasmine. He does not care to protect your image. He does not. But you care about his image. You care about how he looks to everyone else. Not so much about how you look to everyone. Because how you perceive it is, oh, we're haters. we hate that you're so happy. We just want to covet your happiness for ourselves so much that we want to see you in a miserable space. And I find that so disturbing for, you know, a person to really be that far gone in the mind that they start to kind of lash out on people who not necessarily care, because we don't know you, but we only call it for what we see. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely, in our wisdom and things that we've experienced, see it for what it is. And for her to always, you know, now lately, she's still putting out messages almost speaking to herself.
Just because it's a familiar toxic space doesn't mean that you should tolerate it.
Are you taking your own advice? Because I'm not gonna hold you, girl. When I saw that, I thought it was girl, wait a minute. It's the fact that it's May 11th and I'm like, what's today's date? It's not April Fool's? Because I swore I wanted to believe that this was an April Fool's joke.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep.
That's all I wanted to share with you guys. I just wanted to, you know, come down here and tell you a little bit about how I was feeling about the situation. Let me know how you feel. Like, you know, you may not agree with some of my views or anything like that, but I just want to know, like, what are your thoughts about the circumstance? But yeah. Okay, girl. So I'll call you guys back in a little bit. All right. Bye.